Hi and welcome to In Cahoots with Phil 5-minute training session. Today we're going to be looking at ideas generation. Ideas generation is really important. It's the lifeblood of your business. It's how you develop, how you grow, and how you change as well. This isn't about new ideas particularly. It can be existing ideas and expanding on those existing ideas. So we have a nifty graphic for you today. And I think you can see it there. This is a really important graphic, and it's something that I shamelessly stole from Babson University. Don't worry, they do know that I've stolen it as well, and I have their permission. This is a really good way of illustrating how you can come up with new ideas. So at the bottom you can see that there's a grounded idea. A grounded idea is something that you can do now, something that you're working on, something that is existing within your business. It's something that you operate on every day, something you know about and something that you can deal with. If you look further up, there's something called a spaced out idea. Now this is the fun one, okay? This is the idea that if you had all the budget in the world, if you had no limitations, if you had a team of people, if you had a marketing budget, if you had whatever you wanted to do, you could do something here. This is a real spaced out idea. This is your ideal. This is something that you would love to do, something that you feel really passionate about, and something that's a dream. Then in between, you've got a blue sky idea. So it's halfway between grounded and spaced out. Blue sky, something that is achievable, something that you're able to do, something that you want to do, and it's a new idea or a new development for your business. So I want to give you a true example. And the true example that I'm going to give you is one everybody knows, is Richard Branson. So if we look at his grounded idea, his original grounded idea was Virgin Atlantic. Virgin Atlantic fly across the Atlantic, fly around the world, and are a really good business. But he wanted to come up with something that was outstanding, world-class, and the world's first as well. So he looked at his spaced out idea, and that could have been all sorts of things, but what it was a flight to Mars. So his spaced out idea was a flight to Mars, a flight of fantasy, people said. You'll never be able to do it, people said. So he looked at that and thought, actually, you're right. At this point, with technology the way it is, I'm not able to do that. If I had unlimited resources, of course I would be able to do it, but I don't have unlimited resources. So he then took his blue sky idea and brought it down something in between, which was a manned space flight. So not flying around the world, not flying to Mars, but a manned space flight. And that became his company, Virgin Galactic. So it became a true business idea, a true new idea within his business that wasn't massively removed from his original idea, but wasn't so far removed that it became that spaced out idea, the idea that he would never reach. And that's what we want you to look at in your business. What are your current grounded ideas? So who are your markets? Who are your routes to market? And what are your product and your services that you offer? What is it? What's that everyday product and service that you have within your business? And be honest with yourself. Some things will be working and some things won't. Then we want to do some exciting things. So we want as many ideas as you can, as spaced out ideas. So remember, these are your flights of fantasy. These are the things that you've always dreamed about. You've got no budget, you've got no limitations, you've got as many people as you need for this to happen, and as much money. It is a fantasy. What is it that you want to achieve? What is it that your desire? What's your heart's desire? That's your spaced out idea. And then, most importantly, you need to think what comes in the middle. So what comes in the middle between your grounded idea and your spaced out idea? And that's your blue sky idea. That's the idea that you're going to take forward next. It's a 5-minute training session, and it really can happen within 5 minutes. You really need to think about this in a quick fire way. So here we are, just to recap. Grounded idea, what are you doing currently? Spaced out idea, what's the fantasy? What would you love with unlimited budget? And blue sky, what's a stretch for you? A definite stretch, but something that is practical. Thanks so much for taking the time to listen to us at In Cahoots with Phil today. Please download the handout and make use of today's 5-minute training session. Thanks for joining us at our In Cahoots training session today. To download the handout, press the link now.